Hey, welcome to the garage. So I wanted to take just a quick minute to intro this video. This is the first video I've ever put together, and I'm not super happy with how the audio turned out. Um, I'm learning some stuff about recording as I do this, um, but I think it's in the spirit of this channel to post it anyway. So crappy audio aside, I did like the solo that I played. So with that said, here you go.
Okay, so welcome to the garage. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to play a solo over this backing track that I've knocked together in GarageBand. It's nothing super fancy. Um, and then I'm going to take that recording um, and listen to it and kind of talk about um, what I think of what I played. So kind of the idea here is to not like overly prepare for this. I want it to be kind of off the cuff, because it's kind of meant as a way for me to assess how I sound. So, here's a groove, see what you can do with it, right? Um, I do kind of have a rough idea of how I want it to sound. I made the track, right? So I know the chord progression. I know kind of like the vibe of the thing. Um, so it's not like totally unprepared, but for the most part, I haven't like practiced any licks or anything like that to go with this. Um, So I will play the track just to kind of get a sense of it. It's just a 4-bar loop, really a 2-bar loop. Okay, so that's it. That's the thing. So this just is going between F major 7 and E minor 7. So um, I listen to this and I kind of think like jam band, like maybe this is like this kind of groovy space out section in the middle of another song or something like that. So I'm going for kind of like a psychedelic kind of vibe. I've got a tone set up, um, which sounds like this. So, um, so yeah, let's see what I can do with it. Okay, so now I have a solo. Um, so let's uh, let's check it out. I'm actually fairly happy with how this turned out. Um, I have a couple a couple notes, um, But yeah, so and one other thing is I made a bit of an error while recording this. I won't go into the details of that, but um, because of that, I can't easily export the GarageBand audio to the videos. We're just going to listen to the unmixed audio on this video, which sounds um, slightly shitty, but that's okay. I'll just chalk it up as a learning experience for the next time I do this. So here we go. Okay, so I like this section a lot. What I was kind of doing was sort of attempting to like outline the two chords, um, and it doesn't like strictly follow that, but I kind of like the motif that came out of that. So I like that what I chose to do with that is to kind of repeat it and then do a variation on the end. I think that's a cool way to start the solo. Okay, that I really like. You know, one of my one of the things I want to like improve about my playing is leaning on the pentatonic. But I think like in this context, that just came out pretty cool. So I like that lick. I like how that sounded. Okay, so right there though, like I like how that begun. Um, but I think what kind of happened is I wasn't sure where to take it. And so at the end, you know, it peters out a little bit. There's that there's like a weird note choice in there. Let's see if we can find it. So that is like a direct product too of me jumping outside the pentatonic scale and not really knowing what I was aiming for. Um, and I think if I analyze it, let's see if I can tell. So I think what's happening there is I hit the F over that E minor 7 chord, which clashes a little bit. Um, so and that I really like, except for that slightly bum note at the end. You know, I like how that goes from kind of high and then down to low. Um, there's like a little bit of a call and response idea there, um, but but I biffed it a little bit at the end. But that's okay. Yeah. So this is another thing. This is when I listened to this for the first time, just to like check the recording. Um, right there, like I wish instead of I wish I kept going down. I didn't really like explore the lower range of the instrument in this solo at all, and I think that's a good way to kind of add some developments and ups and downs. Um, so okay, so here's another place where like I at this point in my head, what I'm thinking is I want to bring this in for a landing. Because I've done a couple different test videos of this like solo recording concept, and one thing that like I have to be careful about is that I don't just jam out on the same track for 5 minutes, because a that would make for like an incredibly long video, and it just gets kind of boring. You wind up doing the same thing over and over again. Um, so like what I kind of see happening here is Like I'm not sure where I want to go next, so I kind of go back into this like pentatonic deal. And honestly, that bend that could have probably just ended the solo right there. Um, so if I was like turning this into a song, maybe I would I would just cut it. But there's 30 seconds left, so let's listen to those. Although one thing, this is something I've been kind of working on lately. Um, I love this pre-bend. Going down from the bend. That's such a neat sound. Like it's like crying or something. Um, so. Okay, so there in the middle there, like I'm floundering a little bit. I'm not really sure where to go, um, but I do like where it gets brought back to. Okay, and there is actually a place where kind of biffed it. Like that chromatic note shouldn't have been in there, but um, I don't know. Kind of sounds okay. Like so, what I was trying to do. What was going through my head as I was playing that is I'm sitting there kind of thinking, okay, I want to land on the root note of this final chord in the loop, right? I want to land on an E um, to kind of resolve. Um, Now this chord progression is a little weird for that, but let's just listen to that again one more time. Not so bad. So overall, I like this solo a lot, and I think I met the vibe that I was setting out for. Like, I can kind of see myself at like a jam band concert, and it's like, oh man, like I'm vibing out to this. This is some good stuff. Um, so this is cool actually because I've done this is the first like official one of these I've done, but I had done some like tests of the concept, and um, I kind of found that my playing was just like overly pentatonic and kind of like there's not a lot of interest going on here. So um, I'm happy with this. I'm gonna get rid of myself because it's weird. Um, so yeah, like this turned out pretty good. Um, it would be kind of interesting to take another shot at this track, um, and maybe come at it with a plan, right? So like I have some songs that I've been working on where like I did 10 takes of a solo over some backing. And what I found in that situation is I played it a couple times. I kind of figured out like a structure of the solo, like, it starts here and it does this in the middle and then it kind of falls out. Um, so I would kind of like to hear what I could come up with if I took this same track and, played over it 10 times and got to the point where I had a plan and then kind of let loose, but within like a planned out structure. Um, so if I was gonna improve this any, I think a couple things. There was a point where my timing got a little off. There were a couple bum notes in there. There were a couple places where I was like floundering a little bit and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Um, but overall, I'm pretty happy with this, and I think that if I was to like redo this and keep the stuff that was good and cut out the stuff that was, I won't say bad, but just kind of like meandering, like I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I think I'd have something pretty cool. Um, so yeah, so I'm planning on making some more videos like this and just kind of um, they're really for me just as a chance to kind of like assess um, where I am and what I want to improve on and kind of see, you know, um, what I can come up with. Um, so I hope this is of some kind of interest to you, and thanks for watching.